Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here and for your likes and your comments. I really appreciate this, and your subscribes. Happy solar eclipse day. I don't know if anything magnificent has happened for you. I wasn't able to see it, but I did get to watch a little bit of it online, so that was kind of nice. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Let's see if there's been any shifts in the collective story. Let's see if there's been any shifts in this collective story, shall we? Spirit, what is it you would like to tell the people? Thank you. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Oh, okay then. Excuse me. We've got the Nine of Swords. Anxiety and worry, nightmares, despair, and a Seven of Swords reversed. Being malicious, getting caught. So somebody's in despair because they were being malicious and they got caught. They may be confessing. Challenged by Tower. Sudden change, a release. In the subconscious, there's a Chariot in the upright. A victory, a forward momentum. So somebody's really upset because they got caught being malicious, and they're confessing because they're in a tower because somebody gained a victory over whatever this situation was in the recent past. We've got the Queen of Wands reversed. So there was jealousy, deceit, narrow-mindedness, selfishness, intention and expectation, strength. So they thought if they were deceitful that they could appear as though they were strong. In the near future, we've got the Hermit. So a light is being shined on things. There's some research going on. Maybe somebody's searching their own inner self. Introspection. The lens that's being looked through is, we've got Hanged Man. So there's a letting go or release. Somebody has to release the sun. Somebody has to let go of the sun. Somebody has to release, or maybe somebody has gained a new perspective about this sun, about whatever this celebration is, about this rebirth. Maybe somebody has gained a new perspective. In the environment, we've got the Nine of Cups in the upright. So it's a wish come true, a wish fulfillment, emotional stability. And in the hopes and fears, we've got a whole bunch of cards. We've got the Four of Wands. So celebration, reunions, freedom and marriage. Right, foundations. We've got a Knight of Pentacles, hard work, slow and steady, financial growth, routine, responsibility. And we have the Six of Pentacles, generosity. So that looks like there's a wish come true, and the hope is that they're that these unions would achieve something really great through responsible and routine hard work, and that they would share that wealth. They would share that abundance in fairness. It's like, yeah, an inheritance or something. So, and then the outcome. Three of Pentacles, again, teamwork, working for that long-term goal, that reward. Collaboration, learning together, implementing, new and improved ways of doing things, developing new skills, faster, easier ways of getting things done so that more can be accomplished and all of this, and just constantly improving and learning within this collaboration. It's beautiful. And there's justice and the wheel of destiny. And then there's, there's a financial opportunity or some new skill development for this star. Remember. So somebody's in trauma and despair. They're in a 9 of Swords because they got caught being malicious to somebody who's being remembered. A child maybe who's being remembered. They're in a tower. They're challenged because they're in a tower. And there's a backstory. There's a sudden change. This Chariot is here, so there's movement, willpower, control, victory, a journey. Come on now. Labor. That's hard work. That anvil, that blacksmithing, that's hard work. Grueling work. In the recent past, you had a Queen of Wands reverse. Somebody's selfish and jealous, insecure, narrow-minded, deceitful. Observation. They're not able to spy. They're not able to see. Their expectation is strength, or maybe their intention was to be seen as strong with this deceit. They're not able, they don't have the gift of observation. Maybe they can't see. Driver, horseplay. Driver, horseplay. So they're jealous of somebody's strength, and they were trying to drive this person. They were horseplaying around trying to drive this person, but they were too strong. Whoever this is that's being remembered. There's a Hermit here. Oh, shining a light on love. Might be meditating, connecting somehow, inner guidance, or this telepathic connection. Something's being released, or somebody has to let go and surrender this sun. They gotta let it go. They have to accept this rebirth. They have to accept somebody's success. Snake. The snake has to let go of the sun. The snake has to let go of the sun. They have to release it, or release this person, whoever it is they've been messing with. They have to let them go. There is a wish come true in the environment, emotional stability. And a promise for those who shine, or one who shines. I like to think of it as a collective. For those who shine, there's a new promise. And that's like, reminds me of that in the Bible, how something about you got to keep your lantern on or whatever. And I think that that's like the inner light, the light of love. The shining one. So there's a wish come true and a promise for these shining ones. Celebration, reunions, freedom, and marriage. Hard work, productivity, routinely, responsibly. Good investments, which is to be Six of Pentacles, sharing the generosity. And I like this because that's kind of like, it reminds me of the bartering system, how like people within a neighborhood block or whatever, somebody always specializes in something, and then come harvest they all gather and split it up or whatever. I don't know. But this generosity is like, if the community could be generous like this, if all of these unions were generous like that, if they were to be super productive and then share the wealth, I mean, the whole community would be, well, they would be doing well. Objectivity, seeing both sides of a situation. Teamwork, Three of Pentacles, long-term goals with an eye on the reward. Yeah, survive. These ones who survived, they're collaborating. They've learned a great deal of skills, and they're working towards some long-term goals and rewards. They're wholesome. And they are as is. They're not pretending. They really are who they appear to be. And it's time for them to be in the limelight. That's so wild. If I were to continue on, and I will, okay, so we've got this, the witch, or the religious witch, is getting a message from an arcana that they're going to get martyred for pretending to be you, and for laughing at your hardship. They're going to be disconnected from the optimistic teachers and get a visitation from the grave. for entertainment. Wow, that's weird. Wow. That's like a total reversal. That's like a total reversal. Wow, the Most High God is magnificent. Like big macro stuff happening. I mean, macro and micro. It's like the whole thing is like. Alrighty then. So, sudden wealth came out in the reverse. So somebody's coming clean. They're confessing. They got caught being malicious. They're having nightmares. They're in trauma and despair because whoever this child is being remembered. And they didn't get the sudden wealth. There's a backstory to this. They're challenged because they're having a tower. Mature man. Nine of Swords. So yeah, okay. Well, let's get some clarification. Ooh, hold up there, Nelly. You ready there? All right, come on. There you go. There you go. All right. Okay, so here we got the Chariot, we got labor, and we've got somebody getting a message about poverty. Somebody might be facing poverty for the work they did against whoever this child is, and they're in despair and trauma about it. Jealousy and deceit. They weren't able to see clearly, or they're not able to see clearly. They didn't get what they were expecting. They were driving somebody, playing around with somebody, but they were too strong. My left ear just went high-pitched. I haven't heard that pitch. That's a new pitch. And we just had the solar eclipse. It faded now. Oh yeah, so now they're concerned about these lovers coming together. These lovers were too strong. Strong lovers. And they're concerned. Their horseplay didn't work out. Didn't get them what they want. Yeah, love is right here. Lovers, strength of two together. Love. And we've got the Hermit here. They are soul searching. Or they're shining a light on the truth of things. This could be in court. There could be something going on in court, which is having a light shined on it. This snake is having to surrender. They have to let go of this sun, of this shining one. They have to let go of this house. They have to let go of this son. They have to let go of this rebirth. There's a wish come true here and a promise for the Shining One. For this sunny individual. Or individuals. I'm sure there's more than one out there in the collective. I mean, there's supposed to be 144,000, right? Main female. Shining, promise, wish come true, emotional stability, gratitude, contentment. Four of Wands, celebration, joy, domestic happiness, reunions, freedom, and marriage. Hard work, productivity, routinely responsible, a good investment, and an achievement. And financial growth. So not only do you get financial growth, but you get enough to share. Like your one pentacle becomes 6 pentacles. And your knight, he's got one pentacle there in his hands there. So he invests this one pentacle and then he gets 6 of them. So then he can share. So he profits and he has enough to share. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah, objectivity, seeing both sides of a situation. It's like working hard and then and giving. So receiving and then giving. And I'm sure that this is gonna be good, man. I'm gonna like this. Somebody didn't get a message of concern. Yeah, this is high honor. Somebody didn't get a message of concern, or somebody didn't send a message of concern. There's the 3 of Pentacles here, and survive. And change. Wow, guys. Could it really be that those who were at the top is there really going to be a flip-flop? Like those of us who were unseen, are we going to be seen? And those who were seen, they're going to switch to the other. This is, I mean, wow. We got a mature woman on the bottom of the deck who is in bad health for the toil and labor that they did, trying to get this unexpected income, trying to get this gift. They're in bad health. Oh, and this whole community is facing imprisonment over this child. Over this child who's being remembered. I'm so grateful that there are many, many, many beings in this world, and the Most High family, collectively throughout the multiverse, the many realms and levels and regions within these levels, everybody with their specific and specialized skill, that makes up this component, this massive collective that is just a masterpiece. It's wild. And they see, they can't be fooled by this illusion. I mean, yes, it's very, very good, and yes, man, it was very, very complicated and tricky, and magical and very good, very good, very believable. But the Most High and Divine Mother Father, they can see through illusions, unlike the people in the bioforms here, they're not as susceptible to this mental manipulation, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that this is true, and I'm so grateful that I am aware that they exist. That's the best part. Reunion. They were trying to stop this reunion for this child that's being remembered. They didn't want this child to be remembered. They tried to hide this child. They didn't want this child to be remembered. They were malicious. They were malicious. There's a backstory to this. There's sudden change and upheaval. A tower for this mature man. Soul tie. They're challenged by a soul tie. There's a backstory to this, like maybe they were supposed to, maybe they were like the parents of or maybe they had guardianship of, and they decided they didn't want it. They wanted the gift, but they didn't want to take care of this person. Maybe they were jealous of and hated that person. They wanted this person to be in poverty. They're getting a message about all the labor that they did. They themselves could be facing poverty. Because it looks like this child has gained a victory here and is going to be leaving, taking a journey. They were daydreaming. They had a daydream. Or maybe this child has this inner longing for home, or for whoever, this chariot is traveling to. Like maybe there's some sort of maybe this is the soul tie. Like maybe there's some sort of a soul tie that connects this child with somebody that they're traveling toward. And maybe they're always connected. There's a Queen of Wands here. Oh, and they can't escape. They can't observe anymore. They didn't get what they were expecting, and there's no escape. They were jealous and insecure. They were driving this person. They were horse playing around. They're very concerned because these lovers were too strong. These lovers were too strong. I want to fix our connection. And these lovers are going to fix their connection. They're very strong. We've got love here. There's a light being shined on it in the near future. We've got the Hermit here shining a light on love, and it's under adjudication. Something's under adjudication. Something's in the courthouse. Like lots of evidence is coming up in the courthouse. It's like there's no gossip or whatever. Like there's no gossip about love or whatever. Like maybe there's just no evidence that these two lovers ever did anything. There's nothing to gossip about because nothing happened. This snake has to let it go. They have to release these sunny people. They have to release this sun, these shining people, and they have to let go of the house. neglected. They failed to give what they needed. So they neglected this child or these children. They neglected these people. Horse playing around, trying to stop their reunion. There's a wish come true and a promise for this shining one, this main female. Yeah, somebody finds her inseparable. Our love is always there despite the distance. So there's somebody who finds her inseparable, and there's somebody else who's completely stressed out about that. The stress from this is draining me. Oh, whoa. And you got high honor, celebration, and joy. 4 of Wands. Hard work with multiplying like good returns on your investments. Enough to share. And there's objectivity here. There's somebody didn't get a message of concern. Somebody's holding back. Somebody from the other side is holding back. Somebody's hiding a message. Yeah, I should have expressed myself better. They hid a message of concern. And now it's like you can't see both sides of the situation because they didn't divulge a certain amount of information. They held it back. And so now they can't refer to it because it didn't happen. You got this high honor. It's high honor. Woo-hoo. Somebody was messing around. And you got the 3 of Pentacles here. Long-term rewards for goals. Those who survived, yeah, they're going to make a change. There's going to be big changes happening. Somebody's stuck in their ego. They let their pride get in the way of the connection. They certainly did. And now it's over. They made some mistakes. Lots and lots and lots of mistakes. Huh. You see their side of the story, and you may even offer forgiveness, and they're confused. They're confused about your destiny, about how you remained hopeful when they caused so much damage. And they have disagreements over your new soul contract. The truth is revealed. The truth is revealed. I wonder what it'll be like tomorrow when I pull cards after this evening. Give it 24 hours. I guess the next 48 hours are going to be something. Melancholy. Yeah, they're sad. They got caught being malicious to this child, trying to stop their reunion, and now they're all sad because there's a soul tie here. And this mature man is undergoing a tower. They're in despair. They're in despair. You gained a victory. You got this Chariot. You're moving on. And these ones are daydreaming about you. Their work got them nothing but poverty. They received the message. And this came out in the reverse, and that says gift on that card. So they didn't get the gift. They were longing for the gift. They were daydreaming for the gift. They were working really hard for the gift, but they didn't get the gift. They got poverty. They were jealous, insecure, selfish, malicious. constancy in the reverse. So constancy to me is, say what you mean and mean what you say, do what you say you're going to do, be reliable, constancy, be steady, be consistent. Fortune, they're concerned because even with all this horseplay and driving this person, they can't escape, and they didn't get the fortune. They didn't get the fortune. These lovers are just too strong. They're coming together with strength and subtle power, and they're going to fix their connection. They're fixing their connection. Woo-hoo. They're in the court system. There's a light being shined on stuff, and there's just no evidence here. There's nobody gossiping about nothing. Consolation. There's this Lord. Whoever this Lord is needs consolation. Some high and mighty, foo-foo suit wearing, Lord with his little sword on his little hip there. He's needing consolation. He's all upset now because there's no evidence against these lovers. There's nothing to talk about. This snake neglected to give these people what they needed, and they messed with them, trying to keep them apart, and so that they could get their wealth, so that they could get their inheritance or whatever. And so you got this, they have to let go. They have to release these sunny individuals. They have to release this house. House. Journey. Wish come true. Promise made to this shining one. Main female. Somebody finds this person inseparable. Love, no matter the distance, is always there. And there's a journey here. And house. So this snake has to release this shining one and the house. And this shining one is making a journey to the house. And this snake is overwhelmed. They're all stressed out. There's a celebration of Four of Wands. High honor unions. High honor unions. And somebody didn't get invited to the wedding. They didn't get the message of concern. Huh. Or they were hiding a message of concern. Maybe they were hiding a message. Oh, maybe somebody tried to hide a message about a wedding, hoping that they could thwart the wedding. Wow, somebody playing both sides of this situation. Yeah, objectivity. They're playing both sides, and they're holding information back about this wedding. That's exactly what they're doing. You got this high honor marriage coming up here. Okay. And it's a high honor union. It's hard work, responsibility, good investments, getting a good return on that investment, not only financially, but in product, enough that you can share abundantly. And then you got this person here who's playing both sides of the field, objectivity. They're playing both sides of this field here. And what they're doing is they're hiding a message of concern. Oops. They're hiding a message of concern about a wedding. They're trying to hide their information about this wedding. So they're acting like they're on your team, but they're hiding information. They want to keep this shining one from entering this union. So they're hiding info. Somebody in the camp is a snake. And they're hiding information, hoping that this feminine doesn't make it to the wedding. That's what they're doing. Because they're a bunch of pleasure seekers. And a soldier. Pleasure seekers and soldier are hiding information about this marriage, about this wedding. They don't want this main female to show up. They're intercepting an invitation. They're intercepting a message of concern. They're not sending the message about this wedding. They don't want this main female to show up for the wedding, so they're not giving her the message. They're not giving her the message. They're in their ego. And they don't want her to collaborate with these people for long-term rewards. She survived, and and there's a change happening here, and they don't want this reunion to happen. It's a reunion. So they're hiding information. They're in the camp, okay? They're in the camp and they're pretending to be friendly. But they're hiding information about this wedding. They don't want this main female to show up. Okay, they may even be acting like there's happiness regarding this child. Okay, but they may even be acting like they're happy about this child, but they're hiding information. They're holding it back about this wedding. If you're relying on somebody else to invite your sweetheart to come toward you, then you will miss out on her, because you got a snake in the camp who's looking. He's a soldier looking to gain pleasure, and that means he needs whatever this shining one has, so he needs to trap whoever this shining one is, and they're not going to make it easy for you to connect. But they think it's fun. They think it's fun to do this. Pleasure seekers. But they might be facing prison and misfortune for whatever it is they're doing. Oh, and death. And death for coming against this lover. Well. That sounds serious to me. Homeless. In the reverse. Castaway, poor, failure. They don't want to be homeless. Or maybe it is this child will no longer be homeless. Or maybe they're facing homeless and they don't want to be homeless. They're in despair. They got the gun to the head. Oh my gosh. This mature man is in a tower. There's evidence of everything they did. There's an investigation happening regarding this soul tie. Exactly what they did. And they're in despair. I mean, this is not like they don't want to face the consequences. They'd rather take themselves out. Not that that's going to do them any good. So somebody got a message about the work they did. They're in poverty. They didn't get the gift. They were just daydreaming about it. It was just a daydream. They didn't get the promise. This child gained a victory over this, whatever this is. They're not constant. They're not consistent. They're jealous and insecure. They're very narrow-minded and deceitful. They didn't get what they were expecting. They don't have the gift of observation. They can't escape this curse. Whatever it was that they were drumming up, they can't escape it. They were horse playing around trying to drive these lovers. They're very concerned because they didn't get the fortune. These lovers are strong. They came together and they're going to mend their connection. And now these ones went to compromise. They're like, oh, let's compromise now. Apology. But they don't want to apologize. They want to compromise, but they're not offering an apology. Wow. That's wild. So there is a light being shined on these lovers in the justice system. There's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to gossip about. And this Lord, whoever this Lord is, he needs consolation. He needs consoled. He's so upset. It's not going well. These lovers reach their goal. They reach their goal and they're getting their blessing. And this person is being very stubborn. They might be acting a little nutty, arrogant. The snake has to surrender the son. They have to surrender the house. They failed to give them what they needed. And there was no unity. There's no unity. No collaboration. No compromise, no collaboration. We're not going to work with you. You just got to release it. You got to let it go. Surrender. Wish come true. And a journey and a house and a promise for this shining one, this main female who somebody finds inseparable. This snake is overwhelmed by this. Overwhelmed. And ill. They're sick to their stomach about it. And they're here. Somebody's here. They're pretending like they're a friend, but there's death and misfortune because they're hiding information about a wedding from this main female. They're trying to keep this main female away from her high honor union. They're still messing with her reunion. They're playing like they're friends, but they're not. They're a snake in the camp. Oopsie. But we got justice. Prayers and justice. Libation. Survive. A reunion is going to happen. And it's faithful. And there will be a child, and there is a celebration. This snake in the camp may even be seen, but they're in their ego. Somebody's in their ego. They're in your camp, and they're like hiding information from your sweetheart. They're not sending the message. They may be celebrating with you, but they're not sending the message. Yeah, because it's their loss. Because you two getting together is their loss. You're the gift. This is the gift. You're taking that gift and you're moving away, and you got a snake in the camp wanting to stop you. That's wild. But you have sweet dreams. We got bribes on the bottom. Okay, what's going on here? Bribes on the bottom. And oh, that's the end. There's a death to. Whoa. There could be a literal death. I mean, I don't like to read it like this, but it could be read like this. It could be read that those who took bribes to come against this person fell into a trap and will experience a death or an ending of some sort. They were just caught up in an illusion and in some sort of fantasy, and they fell into a trap. They took bribes, and there's death card is here, and that can be, it can be endless, harm, inevitable. They got tricked. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and shut this one off, everybody. I'll see you on the next one. Get our update.